The battle for the Peach State has seen its legendary moments, from the 22-point Georgia Tech victory in the first installment in 1893 to the 8th overtime classic in 2024. Clean, old-fashioned hate has its moments, and there will be more ahead. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the ACC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stockton. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone. Did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will get the ball first. If you just can't get enough football, well, Georgia Tech was the one for you last year. Between the hedges, they went 8 overtimes before the Dogs finally prevailed. So are you guys ready to go another 8 extra rounds this time?
Absolutely not. I got a plane to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most exciting games in all of college football. Tech with the huge lead early, all the momentum swings, and Palmer obviously in the booth was pretty solid too.
It was one of those games, David, you just hated that somebody had to lose. And I think back to Haynes King at quarterback for Georgia Tech, throwing for over 300 yards, running for over 100 yards. He was incredible. There was one... fumble. Was it targeting? Wasn't it targeting? The call went Georgia's way. And then we were running out of ways to describe 2-point plays, and we were running out of espresso late in the game. Bring your espresso for this one. It's going to be fun.
He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it on the outside. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle was finally made. Well, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quick strike complete. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward. Just a few. All right, guys, let's talk about Georgia Tech. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting. Just last week, a commitment from a big-time 4-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum in recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I might want to go play with that cat.
To the air, it's King. Trying to set up the screen. Turning it on! That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And he's got to find the right combination of distance and accuracy from the right hash at 45 yards out.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
So Georgia's offense will get the ball for the first time. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you could make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that being there as a friend who sticks closer than a brother.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella. He delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance
to play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in, it's Bell. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making checks. To the air on first down. Pulls it in, it's Thomas. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Power football with the run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Looking to throw at Stockton. Gets it out fast. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with 2nd down. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Got his man downfield. Big gain on that one as he stepped out of bounds with a first down.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
On the option. Now the pitch. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but using that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
The quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on 2nd down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Touchdown, Georgia! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And one of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. From the gun, the running back has it. He's past the 30. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. The Yellow Jackets racing to the line in the hurry-up. Georgia Tech had great moments a season ago. Now to look for consistency, and to do that, Brent Key has certainly bolstered the talent on this roster.
He has, and one thing Brent Key is always preaching is physicality and dominance, especially in the trenches. So that's an area, David, I expect Georgia Tech once again to be really good.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch them, their offense really evolve, and they've done a great job with blending different types of offense with a running quarterback, and it's a fun offense to watch.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Pass completion moved the sticks in, and let's see if they try it again. Caught in the backfield, it's Patterson. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at him, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Georgia Tech. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. Four-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Yellow Jackets will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Yellow Jackets didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Here comes the heat. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. The second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
To the air, it's King. Caught over the middle, it's Patterson. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets!
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker, the running back takes the football, he does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you go to.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards over there.
They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Bulldogs getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. The short hands, it's Bell. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Going to take a shot on second and short. To the sideline, and he tiptoes his way to a first down before going out of bounds. And the Dogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. On third and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Grab near the marker, it's Bell. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He's looking to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Fit it in the window for the score.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into that.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop and limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
Coming out with it, it's Stockton. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Governor's Cup is on the line, and already the Dogs and Ramblin' Wreck have given us some impressive moments. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the duel between Georgia and Georgia Tech plays out.
And the Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
The Dogs in a good spot here with second and short. There he goes. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Gets it to him on the screen. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up second and 3.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up the short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down. That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the score.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Powers through the defender. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to throw. It's Stockton. Quarterback adapting. Slings it downfield. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
They'll run it from the gun. And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Georgia.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Trying to get the corner. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Touchdown, Dogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. You got to figure something out. You got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Stockton. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon.
Breaks into the open. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. DB's right up on the receivers. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. To throw, it's King. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rivers. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Gonna look downfield again. Unloads to the wideout. He's got him wide open. Touchdown, Georgia Tech! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. Obvious thinking here. Get the two-point conversion now, and all you'll need is a field goal to tie. They'll go to the air. They've got the screen set up.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. Make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Back to pass on second down. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Thomas. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
How about this offense, man? You gotta love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation that time. Saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted. Took his shot. He is in a groove.
Setting up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
The defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Bell. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. He's got the tight end. Timeout called there by the defense. Get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
And that was an important kick here in the fourth quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Wide receiver going in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver. In different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Makes the grab all. To the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Yellow Jackets are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Makes his man miss. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they're spotted at the 42. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Scanning the field, it's King. Finds the tight end.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field. But you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we've got...
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Under heat, he gets rid of it. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
After that incompletion, there is so much pressure now on this quarterback to come up with a big play. They need to score a touchdown. They need to keep this drive alive to have any shot at winning this game. But it all comes down to this play right here.
Fires to the right. Makes the grab past the marker. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Yellow Jackets will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock.
The ball to stop the clock. No gain on the play. 3rd down coming up.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Makes the catch. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. It's a one-score game lead, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
The clean old-fashioned hate was evident, and now Georgia Tech has even more reason to hate the Dogs because the red and black come out on top. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.